Okay, back. More of the same. Nothing. Following the pre-market ramp higher of 100 plus cents, they have hung within the open range the entire time. We had this one quick breakdown here, which didn't signal across both charts. They were mixed, so there's nothing to work with yet. It is a dull day in crude oil, and it might remain a dull day. Maybe everything that was going to happen, and not to be repetitive and boring, but maybe everything that was going to happen already did. From 6:30 they jacked them almost about 180 cents from that low until the reaction highs here. But generally, they're just hanging inside of about a 40 or a 50 cent sideways channel. So perhaps like yesterday, something will take place near the close, maybe not. Nothing yet. We have no dual filtered signals yet. So we sit impatiently and wait and wait. Um, about all there is to say. Not to be repetitive and boring, but nothing has changed since 9 o'clock. It's now 12:25 Eastern. Okay, we have our first confirmed dual sequence setup for the session. That's short from the 92.95 zone, even as high as 93. My particular entry is 92.92. 10-cent stop. See what happens. I would take this trade twice if necessary. See how it goes. It has to break the 92.70 zone, 92.65, if it has any real downside distance. But I'd be content with 30-40 cents and call it a day after all that has not happened so far. 12:29. All right, after 3 hours of nothingness and one program spike lower, program pop higher in V-turn fashion, they're taking them down again now. Second time lower should be the
Order
charm.
canceled.
Willing to trail
Order pending.
the stop to 92.90 defense there. Worst case scenario on this, we break even if it's just spiky chop. Because it should go lower. But anytime I see this type of reflexive stuff here, it cautions me that sideways is the bias, especially inside of the open range. So I'm just going to put a par stop on that one, and if they take it out, then we're just in zigzag algo chop. Other than that, I'd like to trail to at least 92.60, which is below the open range. Not much more to say than that. I'll tell you there are pattern objectives at 92.65 and then 92.30, 92.28 to be exact. So price action itself is telling us it wants to trade to 65. If it can go just a little bit below there, I'd be really happy to stick in a 30-cent stop and be done for the day with that, because I'm a little tired of sitting here watching grass grow and paint dry. 12:32. Okay, update at 1:15 Eastern. Absolutely nothing has happened. It's just a quiet day. Same with the E-minis. They're incredibly range bound, so whatever does happen is going to occur between now and 2:30, pit session close. They made the one extension pre-market, as we've said, and they've held within a very narrow range. I backed off the stop initially to give it a little breathing room. I'm going to take that back to par, and I'm going to leave that there. So they're either going to work from here, or they're going to kick that out, and then we'll reassess the situation as 2 o'clock approaches. So 1:16. Still waiting for anything to happen today. Okay, it is 2:06. We are getting nearer the pit session close. Price is finally moved out of the open range, and it's offering about 30 cents. Now I'm minus 2 cents here on slippage on this one that came out, so I'm looking to lock this one in pretty quick if I can get 30 cents assured or better. So they take it back down to this low or whatever, and I'm going to trail to right about 92.52. And I mean, we're splitting frog hairs because this thing just has not moved all day. And it's similar to the minis. They're all the same. They're back down to session lows, but they really haven't gone far either. Hey, just one of those days, where I think the S&P is an 8-point range to this moment. It's either staging a double bottom or it's going to break down. The CL is pointing lower, but if I can grab 30 cents here and call it a day, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because just not to be repetitive and boring again, but absolutely nothing has happened. So if I can lock in 92.52 or lower, that's what I'm going to do. 30 cents for sitting here all day and see what tomorrow brings. 208. Okay, that's a wrap. We were barely able to squeeze out that much. It did offer up, traded below, got the stop, and I mean, this is about as narrow a range as you're ever going to see. It was still a successful sequence, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Oil inventory report at 10:30. Be there. See you soon.